Hey guys, welcome to Reaper's Review. So today we're going to be talking about The Hunger Games, The Mockingjay Part 1. Now, as you all know that when I do my reviews, I talk about, what I like and don't like. And we all know that how I hate about a book being ripped into two parts to make into two movies. It can be done into one movie. It's just a very annoying thing because the movie, as soon as the movie picks up momentum and it ends, you're like, crap. It's like, really? It's like being in a car driving really, really fast, and all of a sudden you hit that brakes and that's it. That's it. Like, wait a minute, what the hell? It's like, what was the reason for that? So, as we all know, The Hobbit was put into three parts, and I didn't mind as much when I heard that they're trying to get as much out of it as possible, and since a movie could be done in two movies. But when I heard that they're taking out appendices from that was in the third Return of the King, stuff that they was left out from the first Hobbit book, like, okay, I kind of let that one slide. But as far as like the Harry Potter 7th movie, how it was two movies instead of one, like the book, it was just things like that kind of annoy me. Twilight, I never watched the series, but that being two movies, it's like, okay, you guys are now really milking it for all it's worth to get as much money as you can from this, and I just find it kind of annoying. Alright, enough of my rant, let's get to the movie review. So, as far as the movie goes, this movie is actually a pretty decent movie from the book adaptation. As far as the first two movies go, I like the first one, I like the second one. Of course, they do leave some certain stuff out that was in the book that I wish was in the movie. A lot of people, feel the same way, and I know that the third one, they left a few key points as well out. I do like the way they had the moments where you get to see outside of what Katniss's point of view is and see what's going on outside of it, to see other key moments that's going on, like what's going on in the Capitol and stuff like that, what Snow's doing and thinking. Those are moments that I enjoyed because, not only did I read the book and you're reading from her point of view, you actually feel exactly how she feels. You don't know what's going on, you have no idea how everything's going to happen, and you don't know whose motives are what until she meets up with them, and then you find out. You don't know what happened, what they did beforehand, what kind of hand they had into what had happened. In the movie, they kind of give you that kind of little unveiling. They kind of pull back the curtain a little bit so you can kind of take a look to see what's going on. So that part of each movie was actually pretty cool and refreshing to see how they did that. The movie, as far as the third one goes, is actually a pretty solid movie. The only thing is it's a little slow at the beginning. And then when it does kind of pick up, and then also when it finally does pick up, it stops. It leaves you like, well, now I have to wait a whole year for the last half. Like, come on, That's the only problem I have with the movie, because you're really getting into it. And the reason I couldn't get into the movie as much because I knew it was going to end at a point where I was like, well, thank God I was really invested in the movie, and God damn it, now I'm stuck and waiting the whole year. And so I was sitting there, and my mom was sitting next to me, and she's watching it, and we're sitting, and they had the one scene where all of a sudden it went straight to black. My mom goes, "That's it, that's the end of the movie, right?" I was myself, that's probably it. She goes, "For love," all of a sudden, boom, it continued on. So they give you a quick tease that, oh, it's going to end. Oh no, wait, no, there's a little bit more. The problem with that was it was only a few more minutes before it finally said, "Oh, that's it, that's the end." And my mom was like, "For the love of God, really?" I'm sitting there like, thank God I get that invested like she did. Or most of the people in the theater did, because most people in the theater that did get invested, you sit there and you get really invested, you kind of sit down and relax, you're like, you get really involved in the movie and you kind of really focus onto it. And me, I couldn't do that because I know it's going to end and I don't want to get too emotionally involved and invested in the movie and be like, for the love of God, really? That only happened with me with The Hobbit. I was watching the movie, since it was a long movie, I got invested into it pretty quickly. I was like, oh, right, I can't believe it. Oh crap! It ended, and the thing was, I was mad, but I already had expected it. But it does suck sitting there and you're watching, and you're really invested in, you're emotionally involved, and you're watching, and you're going along with it. And your adrenaline's pumping when certain scenes happen, and some people get really invested. Their knees are shaking, their hands are shaking. They're like, can't wait, what's going on? All of a sudden, bam! Like, wait, what just happened? It's like watching a movie during a fire drill, or somebody pulls a fire alarm, and you're watching a movie like in mid-movie, and all of a sudden the fire alarm goes off. Like, wait, what? That only happened to me one time when I was watching Spider-Man 2. And I'm talking about the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 2. I was watching that and it was like barely like a few minutes into the movie. Well, actually it was about halfway into the movie. It stops and you're like, wait, what? We had to leave the theater. By the time we got halfway out of the theater, like, nope, it's false, I'm going to go back in. It just draws you out of it. And like, great. Now you have to get situated into the seats. Then you have to watch the movie like. It just takes you out of the movie experience, in my opinion. But as far as the acting goes, good acting. You know, Gail's in a little bit more this time. You get to see him and his involvement. You get to see Prim and her involvement and, you know, her role. And you see her mom. Her mom's finally, you know, more is more opened up. She's no longer shut off and no longer, you know, emotionally, you know, what's the word for it? Emotionally, she's not emotionally dead. Basically, she's able to, you know, talk and be able to handle things that are going on and stuff like that. And you had a new addition. You had Julianne Moore, who did an amazing job for her role. The passing of Philip Seymour Hoffman, you know, they do pay homage to him at the end of the movie. They said loving memory of Philip Seymour Hoffman. The only problem is that I was looking on an article online. They said that the second half of the Hunger Games will not include a CGI version of Philip Seymour Hoffman. So that leaves in question, how are they going to finish the film with him in it? Did they finish shooting all of the movie? Do you only finish parts of it? Are they going to get a body double? They're going to get like a mask that's put onto another stunt double. So at certain side angles, it looks like it's him, but it's not him. What are we going to get? Because, you know, in the books, you can't kill him off in the movie because in the books he's still alive. So I would love to see how they would do that. And as far as the movie goes, you know, it's sad to see an actor, you know, pass away during production or, you know, even after the production, because they don't get to see the fruits of their labor being realized. And it's kind of a sad thing, you know. They work their butts off, and then, you know, just some personal issues in their lives, and they just go the wrong way, and they make the wrong decisions in life, and that kind of sucks. But as far as the Hunger Games goes, you know, he was definitely a great addition to the cast, because they definitely have a lot of good casting in the movie, and they had a lot of actors in it that were really well. Like Josh Hutcherson himself was an amazing actor. His transformation in this movie alone was an amazing transformation alone. From watching the movie, I don't know if it was CGI or if it was him himself actually losing the weight to make it look like he was being tortured or whatever. But the transformation and the makeup alone to add on top of that was phenomenal. I mean, to make him look like he was just beaten emotionally, beaten physically, and his body just took a toll on him. And the look on him, everything was phenomenal. I loved it. It's something that's pretty amazing. And the person that played Odek Affair, he did an amazing job. You know, from the second one that he was in, he was all cocky and, you know, hot, thinking he was hot shit. And then the third one, you can see he's finally broken down. You know, he's hurting, and, you know, to see the second half of the Mockingjay, to finally see the culmination of all that had happened, and to see these characters, you know, rise up and finally, you know, find their places, you know, and step up, you know, it's going to be amazing. But this first half of the movie, you get to see these characters, they're broken, they're hurt. You have Katniss and you have Odette, they're really hurting. You have BT there, he's in a wheelchair. And it's just, you see these characters, you know, they're, after the games, they're hurting, they're just angry. Katniss is more angry than anything about leaving the people behind for the Capitol to get. You know, she's pretty pissed off about that. So, you know, I understand from her point of view, you know, that was pretty messed up and unjust and unfair to leave them behind to suffer, even if it is for the greater good. As far as, you know, the new president goes, you know, the way she's running things is cool, but yet she has, you know, her issues are, you know, they have not been revealed in the movie yet, but, you know, you can tell that, you know, she wants to run things, you know, with like a tight ship, and it's understandable, but you have to let people have their freedom and do certain things that they would like to do. But they're running everything like the military is. So we'll see how well that goes into the second half of the movie. I read the book, so I can't reveal too much. I already know what's going to happen and what happened and who's who and what's what and everything like that. I'm very excited to see how the second one comes on, because from the book point of view, the second half of the movie is going to be phenomenal. I mean, there's going to be a lot of action in it. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on. So you guys better stick around, because that movie is going to be really phenomenal for the third half. If you have not read the book, actually just read the book. Buy the books. They're actually really good read. They're pretty quick, and I buy them in the 3-pack. The box set that has all 3 of them in it. I bought the the hardcover set, all 3 of them on Amazon. When before the first movie came out, I heard about it, and I was reading about it, and I heard it kind of reminded me of Battle Royale. I watched Battle Royale first, and I love Battle Royale. And I was like, oh, it's kind of like the Battle Royale. A bit different, but kind of just actually the same. So I bought the books, read them really quickly. I read all 3 of them before the first movie came out. That's how quick of a read they are. I got the books about 3 months before the movie came out, and I got through all of them really quickly. And it's a really quick read, really good read. The ride actually definitely grabs you and takes you for a roller coaster ride. The second one, the opening is a little bit slow at first, and then when it picks up really quick. So these books, when they grab you, they get a hold of you and they keep going when that pace starts picking up. So if you have not read the books, I recommend reading the books. Please, they're really good read and they're very enjoyable. If you've seen the movies and you have not read the books, please go back, read the books, and you might enjoy those as well as the movie as well. And you'll be able to get to see some stuff that was not revealed in the movie that was in the books. And stick around, because this week I have some more video footage, that I'm actually recording after this, and it's going to be about certain games that are coming out, certain movies coming out. I'm doing another footage tomorrow, which is Tuesday, with Blaster Master, and we're going to be talking about certain movies and games that are, games that are being made into movies, and what our thoughts are and what the development stage is they are in. So, till next time, guys, I'm Grim Reaper. Please subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll be seeing you guys around. Alright, bye.